There's never guarantees when you get to the NCAA tournament that the body of work that you felt most responsible for over the last 3 months is enough to keep you playing. So, I thought we played well last weekend, and certainly Michigan State, to beat Kentucky at Kentucky. Kentucky was a team we played last year in the regionals, so we know how talented they are. So we know that Michigan State is very good, and that's without, having to fall back on an earlier match when they beat us here at Penn. Here they beat us here at home.
And just how much of a benefit is it to have seen them a couple times already?
Well, the good thing is it kind of removes the communicating with other schools, trying to find out information on people. So it's tough because most schools won't talk about teams in their conference, so you're trying to get information on teams from the first couple weeks of the season. So in this case, we played them a month ago, so we're at least familiar with them, as well as Minnesota in our half of the bracket, and we don't really have much information on Stanford, but we saw them when they saw us the second weekend of the year in Texas. So it's how you play, not who you play.
I'm excited. They're a really great team, and I think it's going to be a great matchup.
And excited to play back at home?
Always, but at this point, it's like I don't even care. I just want to play. I want to be with these girls, and I want to have a good time doing it.
Micah has definitely worked very hard in the gym to get better, as all of us do, and I think it shows during the match because a lot of the plays that we call during the match aren't preset, as far as in transition or even sometimes off serve receive, we just audible. So being that we've had a couple years together now, it's nice because I can just audible in the middle of the play and then she knows exactly where I want the ball. So it's nice that we've both developed together as kind of like a mini team within the team, I guess. So that way that we know that we have our game down and that she doesn't have to put so much focus on that and she doesn't have to stress about that too much.
Last year, I would say I was happy, obviously, to be in the Final Four and to play for Penn State or whatever, but losing in the Final Four and losing with the teammates that I've been with the entire time is a feeling that I never want to feel again. So I think now that I've had that feeling, and I know everyone else here has, but we also have teammates like Katie and Deja who have experienced the winning and also the losing, so they know what it takes, and for them to show me what I have to do, and for everyone else what we have to do to get to that point and not have that feeling again is basically what's driving me, because that feeling was the worst feeling in the world, and they know what it feels like when it's the best feeling in the world. So it's hard to distinguish between the two sometimes because you're so focused on winning that like the mistakes can add up. So I think just focusing on one point at a time and having my teammates' backs are always a good thing too.
There's definitely urgency because this is our last chance, and not only is it the seniors' last chance, but it's our last chance. Like, it'll be the last chance I have to play with Megan and a lot of other girls in this team. So there's definitely urgency because I want us to do well, and I know we can do well if we play together. So it's very exciting in that regard because the possibility for greatness is there.